Hi guys, Keith Allen back with Lightline Fishing. Going to bring you reel and rod selections, so check us out. Alright guys, we're going to talk about rod and reel selection. You see a lot of videos where the guys are all talking about, well, you need a big 7-6 or 7-10, 7-11, 5-to-1 gear ratio, 7-8-1 to gear ratio, got to have 6-5, this, that, and the third. Here's a simple concept to think. When you're throwing a crankbait or something that takes a lot of torque, you want a low speed reel, like a 5-to-1, a 5-3-to-1, something that 5 series for throwing crankbaits so that it ain't wearing you out. You throw it on a 6 or a 7, now you better be ready for a workout if you're going to throw them all day long. Me, I don't like to work that hard. I get tired pretty quick, and I want something that's real easy. It's pretty simple when it comes to buying reels and rods. Buy what you can afford. You know, if you can only afford Walmart, I've caught so many fish on Walmart combos, you know, the $20 setups. They catch fish just like any other rod and reel. Are the more expensive ones more sensitive? They have more backbone, they have faster tips. All that stuff is great. But unless you're making your money fishing, you know, if you're making your living fishing, get what you can afford. You know, there's a lot of great rods that are affordable. I have some high dollar ones and I have some real cheap ones. And in fact, one of my cheapest rods is my go-to. It's a little Cast King. I've been trying to kill this thing. You know, it's a cheap reel. I've heard some good reviews, bad reviews, but I'm telling you, they're the smoothest little cheapest reels I've ever bought in my life. And I pick it up. It's just, you know, I ordered it online. I got 2 of them for 60 bucks. So get what you can afford. I don't think any of them are bad. Some just have better bearings and stuff like that. Just find one that you like. The Abu Garcias, I've used those. In fact, I've got, most of mine are Lew's that I buy at the bargain bin. That we have a Lew's center in Springfield, Missouri, and you could go in the refurbished ones and buy them for $39. You know, the 7-to-1. I don't know what they're, the BBLs, I don't remember which ones they are. Mach 1, the speed sticks, speed spools. They're 7-to-1. They're great for, you know, like you're fishing worms or you're fishing crankbait, not crankbaits, but jerk baits. That's the thing with the speeds of them. That anything that you're wanting to drag and crank through, that 5-to-1. But something that you're trying to catch up to that line, like a jerk bait, like throwing flipping jigs or throwing Texas rig, you want something that you can catch up to that line real fast, and that's what that 7-to-1 gear ratio does, is it catches it up a lot faster. When you're using a 5-to-1, you know, that's a torque, that's just for constantly running that torque and making it easier to get that deep diving crankbait. You know, if you tried throwing a deep diving crankbait with a 7 or 8-to-1, God bless you, you got better muscles than me, and I'm too old to do that. I'm not doing it. It's not happening. I need something that I can throw all day that doesn't wear me out. So, you know, the hype gets built up where you gotta have this rod, you gotta have that reel. It's all garbage. It's all complete garbage. I spent a boatload of money on rods and reels this past season. Spent the most I ever did on 2 rods, which is almost 600 bucks. And I understand that's not a lot of money to serious hardcore fishermen. They make reels that cost more than that. But that was a lot of money to me. And I was expecting it to just make so much difference that, you know, I finally got expensive setup. You know, it's not top of the line, but it's right there up in the, you know, high echelon of rods and reels. The Revo's what I bought. And I'm not impressed with it, to be honest with you. You want to know the truth? I have a President that fishes just as good on a Berkeley shock rod that is just as sensitive, just as smooth drag, and I'm not impressed with it. For the money, I would never buy another one again. God bless you if you would, but to me, it was a waste of money, and I'll never spend that money again. One of my favorite go-to rods is that $39 Lose Reel, put on a ugly stick graphite tournament rod that I bought from Walmart for 40 bucks. It's just a great rod for $40. So, buy what you want. I know, I've tried the St. Croix, I've tried the Ducket, I've tried all of the expensive rods, but I end up breaking rods. I don't know how it happens. I broke one of my Revos, or my Vendettas. I don't know how it happens. I was just untying a line and it broke. And I just can't see spending that kind of money. And if you look on the grade on them for the graphite, each one of them have, when you get to it, like this just happens to be a Mach 2, and I wanted this rod so bad last year when they came out, or 2 years ago when they came out, and they were $199, and I'm like, I'm not spending $199 on it. Well, I waited 2 years, and guess what? Went to lose this weekend before the trip. They were 69 bucks. I swooped one up real quick, and it's a nice rod. I like it. It's really fishes well. But on it, it tells you all the information down here, and it's all about the wrap. When they talk about the graphite, the IMA 8s, and you want something that's got at least a 6 or a 7 for sensitivity, or even 8 or 9. And it's got the fast tip. This is only a medium action, but it's great for throwing for bluegill, perch, crappie, even bass, taking and flipping a jerk bait on it. And that's probably what I'll use it as, my jerk bait rod or my drop shot rod. So once again, it's all about what you can afford. Buy what you can afford. Don't worry about it. You could go to Walmart and buy several good rods. They've got the Eagle Claw, they've got the Berkeleys, they've got a bunch of good, decent rods that don't break the bank. The Bass Pro line. My wife's fishing with the Bass Pro Tournament Series with closed face, the Omegas. People might laugh at her, but she catches fish. So get what you can afford. You don't have to break the bank and think that, well, this is just because I spent $700 on a rod and reel, it's going to make me catch better fish. No, it's not. It's really not. The difference is minute, and if you're that good to where you could feel that much difference, you need to start fishing professionally and make you some money. That's just my opinion. Hey, I'm Keith Allen. Check us out, subscribe, share the videos, please. I'm trying to grow the channel. We just out here having fun. If you like what we got to say, just share it, comment, and like. Hell, make fun. I don't care. Anyways, you guys have fun. Get out on the water. Take somebody fishing. We'll see you next time.